shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
Antonio Brown.
Damn right they should. Before I go any further, let me say this. I was hearing after I went off about Deshaun Jackson, like, where you at? Where you at? I mean, they need you. They can't win without you. That his injury to his abdomen was more serious than the Eagles or anybody else had let on. And so, you know, it was proven Sunday. He comes out there for one drive, one catch, and now he's out, probably for the rest of this season. So that just goes to show, yet again, when we talk about some of these players and some of their injuries, we got to give more credence to these players, their friends, people they know, etc., etc. When they talk about how serious this stuff
that was
is,
a core injury.
That was a core injury, and the team was under the impression that it wasn't that serious, evidently, because they put him out there. And sure enough, he goes out there and look at what happened.
You know what's bizarre to me about that, real quick, before you go on? What did Deshaun Jackson ever do to make people think he didn't want it or he wouldn't get after it?
Let me say something.
I don't get that.
Because you raise a great point. I was in Dallas, and I'm going to say this from a personal experience standpoint. I was in Dallas with a guy named Jim Maurer and Britt Brown in the training room.
Yeah.
These dudes for 8 years took great care of me. When I wanted to go back and play, Jim and Britt Brown was saying, Marcus, you're not ready to go back yet. All right, now I'm on the sideline doing all of these, things while practice going on. And as a young player in your mind, you're like, I got to get back on the field, man. Like, this is livelihood, all of that. So both of those guys, all right, so this doesn't include them because that's my personal experience. These front offices and teams, they need to do a hell of a job with defining those lines for training staffs. We know you.
Look what happened. It's the same incident with Williams and the Redskins. It's the same thing over and over. Quit saying something ain't serious and really look into it. That's the same thing Trent Williams having a problem with the Redskins because how they handle him. That's the same thing with Deshaun Jackson. How y'all handle him. Y'all think it ain't serious. Y'all put him back out there. Now he possibly gonna miss the whole year, rest of the year, because y'all think it wasn't that serious. He went out for one series and caught a pass and got re-injured. Because y'all telling him it ain't that bad. Yeah, it was. What someone says that injury is not good, don't put him out there. And y'all did because I said it wasn't that serious. And he went out there and got re-injured, and now he ain't gonna play the rest of the season. It's like you gonna have to get outside opinion because how they running it and your team, Dodgers team trainers, whatever, they is mishapping these players, and these players be having serious injuries because they misdiagnosed their type of injuries.
Work for us, but don't put a player back out here if he ain't ready to play.
And I appreciate that. And what it really, really comes down to is this. Let's give Deshaun Jackson credit for getting out on that damn field.
No doubt.
Because clearly he wasn't ready to go out there, and he tried.
You know what?
So
I actually think the lesson is don't let the team pressure you to get back on the field.
But a lot of times, sometimes it's not the team, it's that individual athlete, it's the player themselves. So now let me get to the Antonio Brown issue. You damn right they should. This is a team that has the 21st ranked passing attack, okay? And you got receivers all over the place dropping passes. I challenge anybody to show me one quarterback in the league that has had wide receivers drop more passes than the Philadelphia Eagles have dropped from Carson Wentz this season. And yet Carson Wentz still only has 4 interceptions on this entire season and about 15 touchdowns. The Eagles are just a half game out of first place. Darby is back in your secondary. Mills is back in your secondary. We know even though they may not be great, the fact of the matter is they're an upgrade. From those cats that they had out there when those brothers couldn't play. And so when you look at it from that perspective, along with the coaching of Peterson, if you're going to go for it, go for it. And what I'm saying is at this particular moment in time, Antonio Brown is minimal risk. He is in no position to exercise any kind of leverage. What?
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up.
So because that's why I know you disagree. That's why I'm setting it up, baby. It's called the softball. Hit it out the park. See how I do you? Here's the point that I'm trying to make. Antonio Brown, because of all his nonsense and all the stuff that he's done, you want to get back into the league? Remember, they thought Seattle, he had a chance in Seattle. Didn't happen. They'd rather get Josh Gordon. We know his checkered past, but they grabbed him in a heartbeat before they grabbed Antonio Brown. So if you Antonio Brown, this might be your shot. If I'm the Eagles, I'm desperate enough because I'm close enough to making the playoffs. I'm only a half game behind Dallas. I play Dallas later on in the season. I go for it.
Antonio Brown is the guy with the best case on the numbers to say, I want to challenge Jerry Rice as the best who ever did it. And he doesn't have a job right now.
That's right.
Think about that. Because Stephen A, it's fool's gold. AB is fool's gold. You bring up, well, he's down at his last chance, this and that. If that's even true, you're assuming he's a rational actor. I don't see any rational behavior by Antonio Brown. I think there's something a little wrong with Antonio Brown. I'm talking about like emotionally, mentally, there's something off. Let me just go over the facts of the case.
Yeah, they should sign him because that's another deep threat that can open up the field for everyone else. But also, you would get catches from him. Because Wentz don't need the help because he got too many drops this season from his wide receivers. And it's shocking that he got 15 touchdowns and 4 picks because all the drops, the Eagles been dropping passes all this year. It's shocking to see his numbers like that with all the passes he throw and no one have catching the football like that. I would say Antonio Brown, even though it's a big risk, but it's a deep threat that he could carry on to that team that fits Carson Wentz's arm strength. He'll be a good pickup for them.
Molly, I'm not just talking about his legal issues.
The sexual misconduct.
Yes.
You mean the behavior in general?
Like, he wants out of Pittsburgh. When they want to challenge for a title, he wants out of Pittsburgh. He gets his wish. He gets his brand new contract, tens of millions, and he's now in Oakland with a head coach who's got his back. Who we've had play Oakland. Who do we have from the Oakland Raiders? Who said everyone in the building loves John Gruden?
Oh, the rookie? You're talking about when...
Anyway, everybody in the building loves
the safety.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
What's his name?
Not Adams. I'm blanking.
Abrams. I got my wire.
Who was here?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Who's a beast,
Jonathan
by the way.
Abrams, yes.
Jonathan, who's a beast, who said everyone in the building loves John Gruden, except apparently Antonio Brown, who couldn't wait to get out. He just got his money. He got back. He's crazy like a fox. That's why he's causing all that trouble in Pittsburgh. No, he never gets on the field in the regular season for the Raiders. What does he do? Oh, wait a minute. Now he's with Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. That was his plan all along. He's crazy like a fox. He outsmarted all of us. On his way in the door, we find out that he sent texts where even if you thought you were being extorted, let's say you want to make the best case scenario argument for him and give him the benefit of the doubt, and you're really angry, you would not put in writing the things he put in writing to a young woman in a text.
Sure.
That is insane, and that's on the way in the door.
That's a different argument. You're making an argument that he doesn't belong in the league.
Hold on. Well, I'm saying, it's not that I'm the commissioner, you can't come in the league. I'm saying I run a team.
Okay.
You're not pulling that stuff with my team. Yeah. Then he finally gets in and he does it again. You could.
That's the only risk you have out of him. Is he gonna willing to want to stay with that team, or he gonna cause another issue? I feel like you bring him in this time. He's seeing now these teams ain't playing with him. When you make it do something like that, text someone that you already got a case going against you, and you made that mistake. Now he know this is his last opportunity. If the Eagles go out there and get him, he know this is his last chance to play in the league. he gonna go in there and be on behavior like so he don't make this mistake and be out of the league forever. Like he just need to recuperate from every day what's going on with him. Now he was all excited at first to be in Oakland. Then he ain't like John Gruden and he wanted to get out of there. And he missed out on $30 million. If the Eagles give him another opportunity, I feel like he gonna do what he gotta do once he get an opportunity. Cause now he's seeing it.
Argue well he didn't disclose everything to the Patriots on the way in, and then in a separate text, he does it again.
It's not the brightest pencil on the birthday cake.
That's not an issue of intelligence or rational. That's a problem. AB's got to deal with his problems, or it's not going to matter if the Eagles give him a job. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app and